this video, I'm going to tell you the exact content marketing blueprint that we use to attract high-paying clients we absolutely love to work with. We use this blueprint in our own agency, and we also use it with our own clients as well, and it just works fabulously, consistently attracting high-paying clients, amazing clients, and you never have to worry about attracting a client again. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is look at strategy, your content strategy. And what I mean by strategy is I need you to look at your business goals, what you want to achieve in your business. So what's your sales targets? You know, do you want more website traffic? Do you want to grow your email list? Whatever it might be, you need to look at your business goals. And you also need to look at your target audience as well. What content do they need? What content will really resonate with them? Once you get a good understanding of that, then you can move on to the next stage. Now, the problem is that people don't do this stage. So when they don't do the strategy stage, often what people do is that they create content that really appeals to their colleagues or their friends, which doesn't lead to any leads and sales, or they create content that is aimed at a really big, wide audience that don't actually have the budget to buy from them. So if you skip the strategy phase, what you'll find is you don't create content that actually resonates with your target audience, that actually helps you hit your business goals, and therefore none of your content will work. So make sure you do not skip that step, because that'll really highlight to you what content you need to create for your target audience and what content will help you hit your goals for this year. The next thing you need to do, once you've figured out the strategy and what content you need to create, is actually do the content. So for our clients, we create both long form content like this video, like blog posts. We also create short form content like little short form videos under 60 seconds. And we also create content across social media channels. Now, the big mistake that people make at this point is that they stop. So they're great. They've done the strategy. They know what kind of content they need to create to attract their dream clients, to make sure they hit their business goals. And then they go out and they create that content. Fantastic. But the problem is they stop. They stop here. And there's a huge problem with stopping here, because what you're doing is you're going, well, where are my sales? Where are my sales gone? I'm expecting sales right now. I've done everything right. But there still is a few more steps in the process in order for you to consistently get sales from your dream clients. So at this next point, you need to make sure that you get people to take that next step with you. And you can do that in many different ways. For example, you could do a webinar. You could have an assessment. You could have a newsletter or services brochure. These are things that we have found have been the most effective for getting people to take that next step with you. You can't expect to just create good content and then just leave it there and the sales will just roll in. It doesn't work like that. You have to give people that next step. So for example, with webinars, that enables people to learn more from you. They get to spend an hour with you, 90 minutes with you, 2 hours with you, whatever it might be, watching you, learning from you, getting so much value from you, and really getting to know, like, and trust you. Because it's one thing, seeing content that's already been pre-planned, that's already, been thought through. It's another thing seeing someone live in action, and that builds huge amounts of trust. Once you can do that with an audience, you get them on a webinar, and they're much more likely to buy from you because they've built that trust there. So we actually find that a content webinar duo really helps for bringing in those sales. Another thing you can do is an assessment. So when you're creating content, you can actually say, take my assessment. If you want to learn where you're at right now and exactly how you need to improve, you can take my assessment. It's personalized to you. Just answer these questions and then you'll get an assessment at the back of it. And we actually use some really good software for this called Score App, and they are a really good assessment tool, and they help really create this incredible lead magnet that you can use within your content to constantly get those leads from all this amazing content that you're putting out. A newsletter is something else that you can do that works incredibly well. So you're constantly, consistently emailing people on a weekly basis or even a monthly basis, just giving them some really valuable things, reminding them of who you are, exactly what you sell, and delivering value. And then finally, a service brochure works incredibly well, particularly for people who are at the kind of stage where they're ready to buy from you. You know that when someone downloads your services brochure, that they're really interested in working with you. They want to understand more about your services, about how you work, how much you charge, all those kind of things. So when someone downloads this, that's your opportunity to follow up with them and make that sale. Now, you might think, okay, I've got it. It's 3 steps. It's not 3 steps. It's actually 4 steps. So you might think at this point, you're getting in plenty of sales, you're having sales calls, your webinar is leading to sales calls, your assessment's leading to sales calls. All these things are leading to more and more sales calls for you. That's great. But there tends to be a problem, particularly when you become very adept at doing these 3 things, like we are in our agency. There's a problem then that you have too many sales calls. You can have too many sales calls, sometimes with people that aren't the right fit for you. Sometimes people, want to get on a sales call, they want to absorb your knowledge, they want to find out more about you, but sometimes they're just not the right fit. They haven't got the budget, they're not in the right place right now, they can't fit within your processes, whatever that might be. So there is a fourth step, which is pre-qualification. You need to make sure that you pre-qualify people before you get them on a sales call. Now, we do this in two ways. We do this through content and we do this through a quiz. So essentially with content, we'll make sure that we pre-qualify them by sending someone content before they get on a sales call with us. Content like how much do we charge? What is our process? Who we're the right fit for? Who we're not the right fit for? That kind of content. So they get a real sense of who we are and whether they're the right fit for us. We also have a quiz before anyone actually books a sales call with us. So in order to book onto our calendar, we ask 6 or 7 very simple questions about someone's business, and then they can book a sales call with us. But it's only after we've pre-qualified and asked some certain questions about them and their business do they get to jump on a sales call with us. So that is the actual point where you start really attracting your dream clients that you love to work with and consistently having really good sales calls with them that convert instantly. So that is our process. Make sure that your strategy is on point, make sure you're very clear about your target audience, what content they want to see, and your business goals and what content will help you get there. Start creating that content consistently across many different channels as you can and really scaling that up and making sure that every piece of content leads someone to some next step within your business. From there, once you're starting to get a lot more sales calls, you can start your pre-qualification process. You can start sending out content to make sure they're the right fit. You can start quizzing them even before they book a sales call with you. And that is the really, really simple process that we follow in our agency, that we follow for our clients, for making sure we consistently get really, really good, amazing, high-paying clients that we absolutely love to work with. If there's anything in the process that you're currently missing, I would love to know. Please do comment below. And if you like this video, please don't forget to hit like and follow so you'll keep up to date with my tips and advice about content marketing.